I grew up in this city, hated the police, because where I came from, you pretty much had to. It was a cultural thing. But as I got older, I knew that there were things that could change, and I figured I could do more on the inside. And some of these kids grow up in neighborhoods where there's so many landmines. It just depends on where you happen to step. My mom did her damnedest to make sure I turned out okay.
Our mission is to create neighborhoods that can sustain civic life. The important work and the sustaining work is the neighborhood capacity building work. And I believe that we don't really succeed until there's a strong neighborhood that can maintain informal social control. Shorter term, we got to control crime, create an aura of safety, make people feel like they can go outside. Longer term is we're the ones that can bring other people to the table that can do the community development work necessary to create a strong neighborhood. It takes a village to raise a child, but in our central cities, many of our villages themselves are failing. We're big consumers of technology here.
This is our shot spotter. This is one of the computers that we monitor. It helps us respond to the shots fired that are not called in by the neighbors.
One of the things we were amazed to find out is that where we put it, it turned out that only 14% of the total shots being fired were being called into us on 911. You think about it, the people who lived in that neighborhood had come to accept the fact that gunfire was part of the background noise of their lives. What? Who lives like this?
A Milwaukee man released from jail just last night died in police custody while under arrest for robbery. The man in custody was Derek Williams.
Police say in-squad video shows the suspect laid down in the back seat. An officer checked his pulse, checked for breathing, but nothing.
The officers were so rude. They wouldn't even, literally let us see his body on the scene. I just don't trust them. I don't feel safe to call them at all. I would at least try to resolve my situation by myself.
Police say a pat-down turned into a scuffle when Dontre grabbed the officer's baton and started hitting the officer in the head. The family says the 31-year-old had a history of mental illness but never hurt anyone.
I think this can incite more things, more violence, more hatred, and you don't want that. I don't want to riot. I don't want to cause my city more hurt than what it's already suffering. But what does it take for them to pay more attention to these issues?
We sometimes handle a critical incident in a less optimal way. It becomes a tragedy. I have an obligation to the department to distinguish between error and misconduct.
We're out here 24 hours a day. We are willing to partner with people. When times get tough, we need people to stick with us and not back off to weather the storm. There's so much more to our mission, which is to fight crime, fear, and disorder than kicking ass and taking names.